Whilst I was and I was like, oh, quick, get the camera.
There you go. You are a good luck charm.
Nowhere near ready yet.
Happy days.
Happy days.
Well done, mate.
It's the first time I've beat you to a fish.
It is.
On a pineapple pop-up.
Pineapple pop up.
There you go. Maybe £8, £9, something like that.
Probably
Beautiful.
go on the lighter side of 8.
Nice little fish.
Talk us through the catch quickly.
Pineapple pop up on a Ronnie rig. Just smack out straight out in the middle of the lake.
Open water.
Open water swim.
Very nice.
Pretty nice.
How you doing, guys? We're Sash Carp. Reason being, Stevie and Ash. We're down here at Seven Lakes in Aldermaston. It's been a bit of a tough day. It's now around about 11 o'clock, half 11, and we just had our first fish.
First fish of the day. Nice.
It's our
8-pounder.
Yeah, 8-pounder, very
£8.
nice. We've been down here. This is our 4th time down here now. We had 1 fish each first time. Second time, 5 fish session. Third time, 7 fish session. 4th time, you would expect more than that, but so far only 1. So yeah, so far so good. But hopefully the day gets a lot better.
Definitely. The realms of a 20 still elude me. Steve had the legendary rosemary out a couple of weeks ago.
On our 3rd session, I had rosemary out. I actually didn't know what the fish was at first until I came and spoke to the guy next to me in the swim. But yeah, so that was shocking. So the reason we're coming back is we just sort of want to tap into more of the A team as such. You know, the top 5 fish. So we're back, and we're going to keep coming back until we can maybe winkle out a couple more. But the fishing's good. Even the smaller fish that come out. Keeps the day ticking along, so yeah, it keeps us coming back.
They put up a nice little fight as well. Even the 8-9 pounders, they do put up a good challenge.
Yeah,
and there's a lot of snags where you can lose them, which is a
nice quality fish
challenge
as well.
Yeah, they are good quality as well.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Very good. So we're originally from Cambridge, so we've recently moved into the area. How did we find out? I think it was just by looking around on Google, to be honest.
When we came up from Cambridge, we both moved to Reading for work and things like that, and we just wanted to bounce around a few day ticket venues and just get a feel for what it was about. So we did a few. We stumbled across Seven Lakes just simply by googling carp day ticket fisheries, just to get the rods back in the water because we hadn't fished for a little while. So we knew we wanted to get back into it. We started the Instagram page Sash Carp, and yeah, we just started going from there, and we just keep returning to Seven Lakes for obvious reasons. So I mean, the first time we came, we tried a variety of tactics. We hadn't really perfected the rigs because we'd not fished for a while, so we wanted to just sort of get back into it. So we spread out across a few different tactics, set up with the Ronnie rig, a standard bottom bait rig, and then just PVA bags, fishing with sticks and things like that. And we found that the majority of fish we were catching were on the Ronnie rig with a 12mm pineapple pop-up. The reason being, obviously we had rosemary on it as well.
Rosemary on it.
So this session you've put all 3 of your rods on there.
Yeah. Seems to pay off so far. So
far. But I mean, I've based on that success, I've actually gone back to trying different tactics to see what sort of size fish I can get in different areas. So you've gone for the well-known tactic where we've caught. I've gone back to trying a variety of tactics in a new swim. So we're in a new swim now, which I've wanted to be fishing in. That's why I've broadened the tactics again, just to see what I can get out of this swim. But if nothing happens, I'll be back on the same, Ronnie rig, 12mm pop-up.
Definitely do a walk round before you even get any of your gear out of the car. It's always the first thing we do. Even in pitch black days, we we still have a walk around and see if there are any fish showing. They do tend to move around quite a bit on here.
First light's important.
First light is important.
Yeah.
Definitely being set up in a good position for first light. We've tend to have had most of our success out of this half of the lake, this side of the lake. Although we did do quite well on the other side, but that was fishing majority to the gravel bar that runs across the middle.
I'd say primarily just doing a couple laps of the lake before you set up. Make sure you're getting in the right swim as well. And if you do travel light, just a light day shelter like this, you can move fairly quickly if you do see fish showing. But definitely a walk around, first light, set up in your swim, try and get down early, and I think you'll give yourself the best chances for sure. I mean, you can get budget stuff now that's going to do the job just as adequate. So I mean,
none of our setups are particularly expensive.
We've had to buy the rods and start again. I got a couple of Fox rods second hand for 40 quid, and similar for the reels, 2 dial reels, 70 quid. You can get stuff that does the job, which is up to it. For you don't have to put your hand in the pocket too deep.
No.
So I say I wouldn't worry too much about the tackle that you've got or anything like that. But definitely the knowledge in terms of rigs and presentations is much more vital than what tackle you've got.
Definitely.
And we've found that as well. By setting up and starting again, we don't have the most expensive gear, but we're catching good fish. So
I remember.
I went down to, it was my brother. He doesn't even fish now, funnily enough, but he was at a lake with his friends. I think we were quite young at this time, sort of maybe 12, 13, 14, something like that. And he gave me a rod, and we were surface fishing for carp, and as we all know, that's probably one of the most fun ways to catch carp, and ever since then it's got me hooked into it. And so if I had to summarise it, I'd just be like, you've got to get out and try it, and once you catch your first fish, I think you'll fall in love with it. And there's so many different ways you can fish now. You started on method.
Mine was completely different. I started on method and did a bit of floating with my granddad. We used to go down and do half mornings at a little local lake close to home. And then kind of started getting into the carp scene around 14 or so. Then we started exploring different ways of fishing.
You've got to get on the bank, don't you?
Get on the bank.
Get out there.
I think
family members.
For a youngster getting involved, sitting behind 3 rods and waiting for alarms is probably not going to entice them too much. So something quite active, surface float fishing, method feeding, something that you're constantly being involved in is probably something quite important.
Casting every so often.
Casting every so often.
Keeping
it active and keeping them involved is probably the most important thing.
So thanks for watching. We are Sash Carp. We're down here at Seven Lakes, like we said before. We've not blanked, which is always a bonus. We've yet to come here and blank, so if you are looking for some good fishing, definitely pop down. We are here for the 20 pounders. I think you want grandfather out.
I want grandfather out.
So we'll be staying for a little bit longer.
I'll be here all year until he comes out.
Oh yeah, there we go. But let's hope for the best for the rest of the day. But definitely worth the trip down.